Welcome back to another episode of my Pokemon Sun playthrough walkthrough guide. Last time we left off on Route 2, and since Route 2 is very long, I decided to split it up into like maybe 2 parts. So this part will be about maybe an hour long, and the next part will be about an hour long, and hopefully that should clear up most of it. There is a trial in this route, so now there are 2 Pokemon that we can catch. 2 new Pokemon. They are Smeargle and Drowsy. And I think Makuhita. Do we have a Makuhita? I think we caught one last episode. I can't quite remember. As you can see, it's nighttime out actually. And no, we've not caught a Makuhita. Why isn't Makuhita on this list of Pokemon that you can catch? Oh, it's the wrestling spots, yes. So we are going to catch a Makuhita. Now I suppose I could recommend it for the team. It is kind of, I mean, stat-wise, I mean, it's okay early on, and it evolves early at level 24. I mean, it learns some pretty good moves early on, like Arm Thrust at level 7, Fake Out level 10, Force Palm at level 13, Knock Off at level 19. So it learns some nice moves. And it can use, apparently, a lot of Z moves, because it can learn a lot of moves. So if you want a fighting type on your team, Makuhita is, you know, one good option. Although I'd prefer Mankey myself since it has higher attack and higher speed. We'll just throw a Pokeball at this guy. We don't need to catch him in anything fancy. So, since it is nighttime, instead of seeing Yungoos, we're gonna probably see a lot of Rattata. Alolan Rattata. And I should probably switch out because fighting types are strong against dark types, and Alolan Meowth is a dark type. So I think we're going to switch to Inarap, who's a poison and bug type, both of which I think resist. I know poison type resists fighting types. I mean, we just want to catch this guy. We don't want to knock him out or anything. I'll just use a weak little Constrict. Sometimes it benefits having weaker moves, you know, like Constrict, so that when you're catching Pokemon, until you get False Swipe, although I think you get False Swipe after you do the trainer school. Do we have False Swipe? We can't check, but I think you do get False Swipe after either the trainer school or the first trial you get False Swipe. But anyway, False Swipe is a move that allows you to knock a Pokemon's HP all the way down to 1. And that helps with catching it, although if it knows moves like Takedown and stuff like that, or Double Edge, it'll knock itself out. So Makuhita is the Guts Pokemon. It was originally brought in from another region, but now Makuhita from Alola are more famous. I think I'm just gonna name them. I don't really know what to name them. I guess I'll just name them like Hida or Hida. And this Makuhita is a naive nature, which isn't bad, but it isn't really good either. You'd probably want like a brave or an adamant Makuhita. Now with that out of the way, if you find rustling grass and you either defeat or catch the Pokemon there, you get berries from them, which is really nice. Do we have False Swipe? No, we do not. So you get False Swipe after the... first trial. And I'm just gonna give like all my Pokemon berries. Because I don't see why not. So there is this... Okay, then we're gonna have an encounter first. And it is a Drowsy. So we're gonna catch this Drowsy, and I'm actually gonna name this Drowsy. Actually, looking at my team, it might be a good idea to have a Psychic type. I'm not sure. Because when Discordio fully evolves, he'll be a Dark type. I really wasn't planning on using Meowth for that long. I just wanted to evolve 2 Dainty for you for the Pokédex. Not that I really need to, but it's just something I kind of want to do. Just catch everything and evolve them if I can. So, would I recommend Drowsy? Sure, why not? If you really want to use a Drowsy, they, of course, being that they're Psychic types, they have high special attack. However, they don't really learn any good moves until, like, level 25 when they learn Psybeam. Until then, you have to deal with, at level 9, Confusion, Headbutt at level 13, 17 is Poison Gas, 21 is Meditate, oh wow, with a beneficial nature to its attack is actually higher than its special attack. That's actually kind of weird. But it actually has decent defenses too. Really good special defense actually. So I'd actually recommend putting this Pokemon on your team. And then depending on its nature, you can either have it be a special attacker or a physical attacker. Either way really works. And it has 2 pretty good abilities. Insomnia, which means it can't be put to sleep, and Forewarn, which reveals the foe's strongest move. So if you put Drowsy in the front and it has Forewarn, it will tell you the foe's or the opponent's strongest move that they have, and that's pretty useful because then you kind of at least know one of their moves. So I think I'm actually going to put Drowsy on the team if 2 Dainty for you evolves. It's a Drowsy is the Hypnosis Pokemon. It's a Psychic type. A Pokemon that nourishes itself by eating dreams. It is thought to share common ancestry with Munna and Musharna. And I'm going to name you your Japanese name actually, which is just Sleep. But then when it evolves, it's gonna be If I send you to the box, when is too dainty for you gonna evolve? Well, let's see what nature you are. Okay, so you have a high attack but a low defense, which is fine because its defense isn't really anything to, holler home about. It knows Confusion, Pound, Hypnosis, Disable, and it has Forewarn. When it enters a battle, the Pokemon can tell one of the moves an opposing Pokemon has. So it's a lonely nature. I guess for now we're going to send it to the box, and we'll pick it up later. And Too Dainty for You hasn't evolved yet, so actually I'm going to feed it some berries, which should help with that. Yeah, if you get Pomeg, Kelpsie, Qualot, Hondu, those kind of berries, they're berries to be consumed by Pokemon, and you just use them. You don't use it as a held item, actually. You use it like this, and then it makes your Pokemon more friendly, but lowers its base whatever. So, like, it has to do with EVs. Oh wow. You really needed a lot of friendship, didn't you? I'm hoping with this next battle, Too Dainty for You will evolve. Wow. I thought I gave you some berries already, Too Dainty for You, but... So it takes about, I'd say, 20 berries, maybe like 20 to 30 berries, to fully max out a Pokemon's friendship. If you catch it like normally, not in a luxury ball. If you catch it in like a luxury or friend ball, it only takes about like 10 to 15, I think. It like halves it, how many berries you need to feed it to, like, if you were gonna go that route. But I don't really want to use Too Dainty for You for very long. So this beauty coming up right here has, well, let's see what she has. Welcome, trial goer. Think you can handle the ordeal of defeating a beauty? Yes, I'm pretty sure we can, considering like half our team is over-leveled. Just a little bit. Now she has a Ghastly. So it's good that we actually have Too Dainty for You out, because then we can just use our dark type move Bite and pretty much one-shot it. It's only level 9 and Ghastly have really horrible defense usually, so... Wow, I bet you can finish any trial. They say that while giving you this mean look. Rotom Dex, cool. Just touch Rotom and it will teach you many things. So there are also Smeargle in this tall grass, so we're going to try and find one, and Smeargle are very interesting Pokemon, because they're the only Pokemon to learn the move Sketch, which means you can copy any move onto your Smeargle by using Sketch. Now, it's a lot harder than it sounds, and there's a lot of, I think, other videos on YouTube and whatnot that tell you how to get the moves you want on Smeargle using Sketch. I think it learns Sketch every 10 levels, and that's the only move it can learn, actually. Do we have an Abra, or did we fail catching one? Well, I'm gonna throw... Yeah, we failed catching it, so we never caught one last time. So I'm gonna throw a quick ball at this guy. We probably would have a better chance using Fake Out and then using like a Great Ball or something, probably, maybe, I don't know. Nonetheless, we have caught an Abra. Discordio's level 15 and wants to learn Fire Fang, and I think that means he's gonna evolve soon. We're gonna get rid of Growl. I don't really like Growl. You don't need Growl, Discordio. And all our Pokemon are leveling up. So Abra is a really good Psychic Pokemon. Abra is like the Pokemon you want, the Psychic Pokemon you want, like early on. The only thing is, as an Abra, it's kind of like a Magikarp. You have to switch evolve it until, like, I think 20-ish, until around level 20. Kind of like Magikarp. It only knows Teleport. You can't really teach it any other moves. But when it evolves into Kadabra, and then once it evolves into Alakazam through trading, it's really powerful and can learn a lot of moves. So it's the Psy Pokemon, and it's a Psychic type. It sleeps 18 hours a day. Even while sleeping, it will teleport itself to treetops and pick and eat berries there. So I'm actually going to name you Sleep. I don't know, I guess I'll name you Sleep Picker because you pick berries in your sleep. So Sleep Picker. And let's see your summary. That's actually really good. You are a hasty nature because its defense is pretty bad anyway. And it can learn some attacking moves actually. Like some of the punching moves like Thunder Punch and stuff. So hasty nature is actually really good for it because it's, you know, supposed to be fast. And it has Synchronize, which means the attacker will receive the same status condition if it inflicts a burn, poison, or paralysis to the Pokemon. And we're going to send you to the box too. And we're going to try and find a Smeargle. Which shouldn't be too hard since, you know, they have 20% encounter rate. But for some reason I'm finding 10% encounter rate Rattata. And we don't want that. And another Drowsy. Another 20% chance encounter rate. We don't want you, so we're just gonna run. I could battle some of these Pokemon and try and evolve. Because Alolan Meowth evolves through friendship. So I could actually battle a lot of these Pokemon. And earn experience. Although with every Pokemon we defeat, we also get EV points. And look at that, we just leveled up. And now 2 Dainty for you is evolving into a Alolan Persian. So then we can box 2 Dainty for you and pick up another Pokemon that might be a little more useful. Now, surprisingly enough, Alolan Persian learns the same moves at the same level rate as Alolan Meowth, so evolving Alolan Meowth early is actually a really good thing. Get that little stat boost from, you know, evolving, being an evolution. It's a classy cat Pokemon, and it is a dark type. It's the Alola form. Its round face and smooth coat, softer than the most high-class velvet, have made this a very popular Pokemon in Alola. And it wants to learn Swift upon evolving. So we're gonna say sure and get rid of Scratch. No, actually we're gonna get rid of Growl. Just because Growl isn't a very useful move. Usually. There are some status moves that are actually really useful as Z moves, but you would have to look up on Cerebi which ones are kind of useful and which ones kind of aren't. So we're gonna go in here and heal our Pokemon. It's only like 6:30 and it's dark out. I feel like it shouldn't be this dark out at 6:30. So we're gonna box 2 Dainty for you, and we're going to put in our team Sleep, who's a lonely nature. Wait, isn't lonely? Yeah, raises attack, lowers defense. Just fine and all. Confusion is still stronger though, because it has a power of 50 instead of 40. And it's a psychic type move, whereas Pound is a normal type move. Sleep is a psychic type Pokemon. Drowsy is a psychic type Pokemon, so I'm just gonna put you there. Huh. For a second I thought the music was like sounding weird or something. So now we have a level 9 Drowsy on our team. We're gonna have to raise him up to like level 12, like 3 levels. We'll give you an Oranberry. I mean, you have you have a really great special defense, but that's not gonna matter too much against most upcoming Pokemon. And we're gonna go try and catch ourselves a Smeargle. Now that's probably a Makuhita. The rustling grass, but oh, another Abra. Now I don't think we're fast enough to knock this thing out. See, that's what Forewarn does. It tells you about one of the moves. Oh, we couldn't escape, but it wants to teleport anyway. Okay then. So we'll get some experience from whatever Pokemon is in this grass, or not. That is a dark normal type Rattata, and I'm pretty sure it's like level 10. And it knows Bite. Yep, we're out. We're outie. What kind of defense do you have? Not very good. We'll switch in Discordio. Yeah, I kinda saw that coming. We'll use a good old Fire Fang. Bye-bye. And got another Oranberry. So it's actually good to go, you know, if you're really looking for berries, just go back and forth between areas and, you know, look for rustling grass. Why are we not finding any Smeargle? We can find Smeargle at night. This I know. And this is actually the best spot to find them, because in the upcoming patches of grass up ahead somewhere, Smeargle will only have a 10% chance apparently. Why do we keep finding Abra? I don't want Abra. And we can't really fight them because they teleport away. I just want a Smeargle. Just one Smeargle. Well, Abra also have a 20% chance of showing up, so... Yeah, so as you can see, Forewarn does get a little annoying if you're just trying to catch a Pokemon. So I think we're gonna switch out our Drowsy for Discordio, just for now. Okay. So Smeargle have a lot of uses, mostly I think for breeding. So I guess I wouldn't recommend putting one on your team. Just because it can only learn moves through Sketch like every 10 or 11 levels. I think it's actually 11 levels. So right now this Smeargle only has one Sketch. And we preserved it by using a Quick Ball, so it hasn't had a chance to use that Sketch yet. You can only use Sketch once. And then that you learn that move permanently. I guess we'll get rid of String Shot for Scary Face. I don't see why not. Smeargle. It's a painter Pokemon and it's a normal type. The unique creations produced by each Smeargle are painted using the fluid that oozes from its tail. This is how it marks its territory. And we're just gonna name him Paintermon. Sure. Let's see a summary. He has own tempo, which means he can't get confused, and Sketch. It enables the user to permanently learn the move last used by the target. Once used, Sketch disappears. And it's a gentle nature, which is meh. As you can see, its speed is like much higher than all its other stats, so I wouldn't really recommend Smeargle. I mean, I personally like Smeargle, but don't use it in battle. It's not until you get some good moves on it. So now that that's out of the way, we can put Sleep back in front. All that time just to catch. So now we're going to visit the cemetery. And actually, today is Saturday, isn't it? So I think you can catch Litwick as an island scan. Let me just see if I can find this. But yeah, you can catch Misdreavus here. You can catch Drifloon during the day. Misdreavus are only at night. Yeah, we can actually catch a Litwick here. Yeah, we're weak to ghost types, so I think we're going to... Yeah, let's just put in... Yeah, why not? Okay, now we can't switch out, so that's not a very good thing. That's actually not good at all. Now, Ghastly are like really useful, or at the very least, Gengar is a very popular Pokemon to use. It can learn a variety of special attacks, and attacks in general, I think. So a lot of people like to use it competitively. I think, however, in the story, it's a little, yeah, useful, but, you know, kind of overrated kind of thing. Actually, since it's nighttime, we can use a Dusk Ball on you. Because I don't want to hang around here too long. Yeah. Yeah, so during the day, you can find Ghastly, Drifloon, and Zubat in the Hau'oli Cemetary. However, at night, instead of Drifloon, it's Misdreavus. So we've got ourselves a Ghastly. It's a gas Pokemon. It's a ghost poison type. It's not just a ghost type, actually. Should a strange light be seen flickering in an abandoned building, Ghastly is lurking there. Yes. Ghost. We'll send him to a box. Now, let's see our Pokédex. We're actually going to use the QR scanner today, I hope. Oh, so there's a lot of Pokemon we haven't seen and stuff, so I'm just going to go ahead and set up this. Actually, check the QR scanner first. Okay, so we have some full scans here. We're just gonna Horcat, Incineroar, Popplio, Brion, Marina. I'm just using this website here to get the QR codes, and then you can check out this website right here, and it'll tell you, see Saturday, Litwick, Hau'oli Cemetary, and it knows acid. Let's see, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. 8, 9, 10. That should be good. So when you use the QR scanner, you can find special Pokemon that can only be found on certain days and in certain areas. And every day it's a different Pokemon. And basically you just scan QR codes, and if you just look up Pokemon Sun Moon QR codes, you can find this kind of thing. See, like, most of them are Imager, and you just hold it up to the screen and you scan it, and then it also adds this to your Pokédex so that you can maybe look up, you know, where to find these Pokemon. And it also shows, you can also scan the QR codes of their shiny forms, so if you ever want to look at what a shiny of whatever type Pokemon, you can do that. I haven't scanned one twice, have I? Okay, it looks like we'll have just enough. So you have to get 100 points in order to do the island scan, which is how you get the special Pokemon. And the special Pokemon have egg moves. So we're going to be catching a Litwick, which is going to have the special egg move of Acid. So normally you don't get Litwick with Acid unless you breed them with that move. And this should be the last one. This is also how you get the Johto and Unova starters, but you get the Johto starters on this island through using QR scanner on Sunday, Monday, and Friday. Cyndaquil, Totodile, and... or no wait, I think it's actually... I have the thing right here. Sunday is Cyndaquil, Monday is Totodile, and Friday is Chikorita. So now we can do the island scan and Litwick. Now we can catch a Litwick in Hau'oli Cemetary. Now you only have 1 hour. You only have 1 hour to find this Pokemon. So you want to make sure that you're already in the area or very, very close to it before you attempt to use before you scan. Okay, let's see if we can put him to sleep. I kind of want to catch it in a Moonball. Or we could just be lazy and do Dusk. Yeah, Dusk is better. And sleep is leveling up. So we caught the QR scan Pokemon. Now you can only QR scan once every 24 hours. So I can't use the QR scanner again until like 7 o'clock tomorrow. I'm gonna name you Candlebra. And let's see your summary. You have Flash Fire. Oh, that's really bad. You're an adamant nature. Yeah, we're boxing you. I was hoping I was going to be able to use Litwick again, but not this time. QR scan Pokemon. Usually you want to use whenever you can because they're, rare. And you can only get them through the island scan, so usually, and they also come with special moves, so usually they're stronger than, or better options than some of the other Pokemon. Now if I choose, I could use a ghost type. Okay, I didn't see what Forewarn said, so we're just gonna go with Confusion and hope for the best. Just catching everything in a dusk ball today. What, really? That easily? What, you want to sleep? Okay, now get in the dusk ball. So after trying to find and catch a Zubat, I think I'm going to end the episode here. So I guess Route 2 will be more than 2 really long parts, because even at like almost an hour long, this is taking really long to catch all the Pokemon and talk about all the options. Misdreavus is really good because it has really high special attack and learns electric type moves and stuff like that. It's a Screech Pokemon and it's just a ghost type. It will use any means necessary to frighten people and absorb their life energy, just like Litwick pretty much. It practices constantly to hone its skill in causing fear. Now it evolves by using a Dusk Stone, but I highly suggest if you're using Misdreavus to wait before just evolving it. I'm gonna name you... I'm being lazy with the names just because I know I'm not using a lot of these Pokemon. I'm just gonna name you Screech. Your summary. Wow. Impish. That's a really bad nature. That's a really bad nature. So I'm actually gonna get some of these items. You can actually avoid some of these fights if you just, you know, go along like that. And there's actually an item over here. I'm actually glad we caught Misdreavus so quickly. So next time I record, I can catch a Drifloon. We're gonna try and run from you. And now we can't, and we can't switch out either. Looks like we gotta fight. It's a good thing Ghastly don't have very good defenses. So there's a TM over here, and it is TM 100, and it's Confide, which lowers attack and special attack, I think, when used. So I think I'm gonna end the episode here after feeding my Drowsy sleep here. Hey, hey, hey. Hey, buddy, hey. I'm gonna feed him. Over. Why do you only have 4? And you don't have any. That's weird. Oh my gosh, you look so much like a spider up close. I never realized how spidery Spinarak was, and then it's just like, oh, it's a spider. It's creepy. Just gonna put you back. So I will see you guys in the next episode. Thank you for watching, and have a wonderful evening or day whenever you're watching this. See you later.